Tie me up in chains, I get to the I'll let go. But I know I got it inside my head, but that look at me at the asylum. No one knew I can do the tie me up in chains, I get to the no one knew I can do the tie me up in chains, I get to the no one knew I can do the tie me up in chains, I get to the
Today, from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns taking on Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel, and they're ready to go as they get set to match up with Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. First possession coming for the Raiders, and at quarterback, their longtime starter in his 7th season, Derek Carr.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
Now on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph, and they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. Here come the Browns on offense with Baker Mayfield, the former #1 overall pick at quarterback.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation and that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly, you might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
And it was really sudden after the first play picked off. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Following the interception, Mayfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
Parkey adds the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Raiders nothing.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd.
From the gun, it's Carr. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. A first down throw for Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
First down, Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Mayfield finding Beckham. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Austin Hooper. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Now Parkey for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown.
Raiders nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And the Las Vegas first down.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Covered by Denzel Ward.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Taken down right.
Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Raiders nothing.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And he's taken down. This will be a ball sack. J.J. Watt racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
You know, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line.
Their own 11-yard line.
All right, gearing up for another drive here. Austin Hooper trots back out. And some of his highlights here from this game, he's nearing 100 yards, Parker.
And defensive have worked so hard at how to try to slow down tight ends. It was a lot easier, partner, in the old days, because when they just lined up on the line of scrimmage, you either put a defensive end or a linebacker over them and tried to body them so they couldn't get off the line of scrimmage easy.
And now?
Now, when they split out, detach from the line of scrimmage, you put a linebacker out there, they're often too elusive for them. Shake them and get into the secondary too easily before someone else can try and pick them up.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. It got his man complete. A big play there on 3rd down for the Browns. And even 50 yards.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And again, it's Mayfield. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Over the middle to Beckham. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Mayfield with it once more. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Jarvis Landry with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Yeah, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And it is now 21-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And this is complete on the comebacker. It's Landry. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the ball to the end zone.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 11th touchdown of the year, and the Browns add on to their lead. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
Now Parkey for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Derek Carr getting set and ready to go again on offense here. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the second quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all those things? But the best players show up each and every week. Solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time and time again. They run again on 1st down. Chubb pushing him away. There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Browns are pouring it on.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Now Parkey for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. short kick. One of the up middle take it now. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Derek Carr and the Raiders set for their next possession. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. This complete left side to Aguilar. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
Baker Mayfield sacked. Fumble on the play. Recovered by the defense.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. That's complete right around the 8. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8.
Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. And wow, the fair catch was signaled for and taken inside the 5-yard line. Here now, time to discuss Odell Beckham Jr. And he is closing in on the 100-yard mark for the day.
And it appears that he loved the fact that they're going to play this game earlier. You know, daytime, he's out there running around, feeling good about himself. Whatever his prep was coming in, he was able to get out there quick and fire away.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. Mayfield to throw it. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Mayfield looks to throw. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Mayfield keeps it himself, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Baker Mayfield keeping it himself from a yard out. And this offense continues to pour it on. So with second and goal, still had a couple of downs to work with. They tried the sneak, and they got in.
I like the idea that they did it early in the down and distance count. Second down as opposed to waiting later on. I think it fooled them a little bit, but how about the push they got up front to get the quarterback through?
Big push and a touchdown to boot. Now Parkey for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly
you
right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again symptomatic?
Yeah. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in there, treated like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following picks. And out the way. Feeding you at the end zone. And besides, it's a drive is 25-yard line. Raider offense set to get this drive start. And fresh off the pick 6. They've got to forget about that quickly. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
J.J. Watt. Baker Mayfield.
Second time in this game as the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the luck about every team possession. We all about combine and why do measure quarterbacks exactly deep. It's for a situation like this. You have the hand big up strong to hold on to the ball being out.
They get to the collision, now the face third down.
And it brings us third down.
From the gun, call. And that is intercepted by Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. And has to take over at 34-yard line. So it was off to continue that second pick here in the third quarter.
And we know it's advised, but it's an opportunity to help them get back into the game. And now their task is even tougher.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. A run for Nick Chubb. Good game night on 1st down.
That's running ball well. You can go with intelligence. How about you keep the clock moving and staying in bounds?
Yeah, you know it's the third quarter. You're thinking, hey, this is your running game can really help with the lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end of the half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with the lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
The 22-yard line.
And we're back out here in Cleveland. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. Very one-sided affair. They'll run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Yeah, but it's tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now Chubb. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
To Nick Chubb.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
To 2nd and goal.
Throwing. Mayfield. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's May, 4th and goal.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead in the second half. Well, to possession of the football here as we get your reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. The kick by Parkey is good, and that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand.
Raiders nothing.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this marked down officially at the 21-yard line. The Raiders heading out to take over. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. From the gun, it's Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Operating from the gun. Carr, throw left side, complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
3rd down.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And my goodness, another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. On 1st down, Chubb able to get forward for about 4 as he's taken down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run it again with Chubb. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a 1st down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was that they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Cleveland, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. Scouting points are earned every week. Use all of your points because a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you advance the week. Scouting points are earned every week. Use all of your points because a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you advance the week.